Day from the Top Class Teacher System, back with another in my video series, the TEFL Tech Toolbox. Now today's tool is something that is very simple to use and is the perfect piece of technology that you can use to get started. And what I mean by that is if you're really nervous, you don't have a lot of confidence when it comes to using technology in the class, this one's really simple. And it takes what is an activity that the students have seen hundreds of times before, that being brainstorming, and turns it into something where they can use their phone or their tablet or their laptop, whatever they have with them, to do exactly the same thing, but in a more technological way. And as we all know, the younger generation now will take any excuse to use technology, especially in a place where it's not usually allowed. So, the website that we're going to be using today is answergarden.ch. So you're just going to want to type that into your browser, and this is going to come up. And you can see here a minimal tool for maximum feedback. It's very simple to use. All right, and I'm just going to go up to the plus up here to create an answer garden. All right, now what we need to do is we need to decide a question or topic that we are brainstorming. So I want you to imagine that we're working with quite a low-level class, and I want to see what jobs they already know before I use some flashcards or teach them some new vocabulary. Now, again, going through here, you've got a number of options. So brainstorm, the students can submit an unlimited number of answers, including unlimited copies of the same answer. I don't like this because it can make your board look quite cluttered, and if you've got 16 students and they all know the word doctor and they all type it, it's going to come up on the screen, it's going to be very muddled. I prefer classroom because that means that students can submit an unlimited number of answers, but they may only submit each answer once. Okay, so it's going to be a lot less cluttered. Moderator means that the students will type something in and then you will have to approve it. That might be good if you've got a class of teenagers who might think it's funny to post silly things on the board or swear words or something like that, but it is more work for you. And then locked is what you do at the end of the activity, which means they can't submit any more answers to your answer garden. We're going to go with classroom. You've got maximum length here, 20 or 40. Again, what I like about this website is it gives you very clear instructions. So you can see here, for clear and understandable answer gardens, we recommend using 20 character answers. There are not many jobs that are going to be more than 20 characters, so we'll stick with that. I don't think you need to put in a password. I would just leave it blank. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. Same with email, same with spam. In terms of the case, Answergarden changes the case of all answers to lowercase. You can change it now, but it cannot be changed later. That's completely down to you, lowercase, uppercase, or no change. And leave discoverability at 1 day. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, and we're going to create. Now, you can do the first one by typing something in as an example. So I'm going to type in police officer. Okay, and then you tell your students, here it is, then you tell your students to type in this URL or this link. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, this is another example of where I would use back channel chat. So the students just have to click the link. But the URL here is quite short, so it doesn't really matter that if you write it on the board. Now I'm going to go into my phone, I'm going to play along as a student. And so I'm going to go to answergarden.ch. So I'm just typing this in now, answergarden.ch /1276111. Okay, so I now have this on my phone and I can type in an answer on here. So I'm going to put in nurse and click submit. Now what you will have to do is you will have to keep refreshing this. Okay, so let's hit continue here. It's going to refresh and I'm going to have my answer and the answer from the student. Okay, the student then submits another, so firefighter, and submit. Hit refresh again, hit continue. And when it loads, there you go, you've got your 3. Okay, so the students can continue to type in answers. I would recommend just refreshing the page every 30 seconds because you don't know when students are submitting answers, but eventually you're going to end up with a kind of word cloud of all of the vocabulary that the students already know. So it's a great way of discovering what they already know, letting them use technology in the classroom, and as I said, they've all seen us draw a spider diagram on the board. It's one of the first things you learn to do as a teacher when you're brainstorming. However, in this case, they're using technology. It's something a bit different. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you will join me again tomorrow for another one.